This is our urban adventure.
Ready, set, get fit, LBC.
First segment, we visit Long Beach United Boxing Club.
Hi, I'm Doug MacKinnon. I own Long Beach United Boxing Club. I originally came to Long Beach in 1986. I grew up in Boston. I was part of the Boston hardcore scene. I played drums, and I was really fascinated with California since I was a kid. Like everyone out here was like a surfer, skateboarder, BMX rider. Everyone knew karate, drove custom vans and low riders and hot rods, and to me it was just the greatest place. And I'm like, oh, as soon as I graduate high school, I want to move out there, and I want to get into a band, learn how to surf, and just live the whole California dream. Bought a little Toyota truck, threw everything I owned in it, and just drove west. After I was here a few months, I met Joe Escalante, who was playing drums in the Vandals. Told him that I was here to be a drummer in a punk band, and he found it very intriguing that I would just throw everything I owned in a truck and move to California to be a drummer in a punk band. So he said, hey, you know what, I think I can help you with that. We'll audition if you can learn our songs. You know, we'll go from there. That's kind of how I met everybody in Long Beach and became a Long Beach resident. Then I ended up moving to Miami. There was a boxing gym there that I went to, and I'm like, oh, I'll just work out.
Right.
So I'm working out, and the owner of the gym comes up to me and he says, hey, you have some experience? I'm like, yeah, you know, I fought amateur. And I said, well, I got a great idea. This gym that you're in now is not your average boxing gym. This is going to be a boxing gym where we run boxing classes and we train just the general public how to, you know, be a fighter without actually fighting. And it's just for fitness. And it's about the trainers have to have been people that have fought and know correct technique. You know, I'm out surfing with my buddy, Eric Sandin, who I knew through the music scene. He plays drums in a band called No Effects. And he had come by the gym that I was working at. And I remember him saying, wow, this is a really good idea. This is a great, you know, new theory. He's like, yeah, imagine if you move back to Long Beach, we should do a gym like this. And then we're surfing, and I was complaining about the commute. I was complaining about not having enough clients. And Eric said, well, I guess it's time we do that gym we talked about. And I was like, oh, you were serious about that? And so I said, all right, let's go for it. And yeah. I wanted to have a lot of options. I wanted the overall curriculum to be just about learning the sport of boxing and kickboxing and jiu-jitsu for fitness, with the option to compete if you so desire.
Right.
That's
But
awesome.
there's no pressure involved. You know, you can stay in those bag classes, and most people do. I have a big kids program here, which I always ran the kids program at the gym in Miami. I was a school teacher when I graduated Cal State.
That makes sense.
And but I worked in a special ed program for kids that had behavioral problems here at Jefferson Middle School. And I loved it, and when I started doing the training at the gym, I ran the kids program, and I loved it. So I made sure that when we opened this gym, that the kids program was a big part of it. Roll, a parent to come in, they said, our son has autism. He keeps walking by the gym, he keeps looking, he sees all the kids in here, and he's been bugging us, would you mind if he tried the class and see if you can follow along?
Right.
And I'm like, absolutely, bring him in. He comes in, and yeah, his gait was all kind of messed up, his coordination wasn't there, obviously focus was an issue.
Right.
But I have great kids in this gym, and they were very encouraging to him. I've never been trained to know how to deal with autism.
Yes.
So I was just kind of, doing the best I could, and he ended up starting to, little by little, his coordination got better, his gait got better, even his speech, his communication got better.
Right.
And it was like one of the most rewarding things. Is I'm like, well, not only have I figured out how to get him to throw a jab cross the right way and stand in the right position, he's actually he's socializing at a different level than when he came in here. And to me, that was probably my biggest accomplishment as far as training somebody.
Next, we met with Kelly at 7th Wave Surf Shop.
Her dad first introduced her to surfing at the age of 13, and she's been in love with it ever since. She carries many unique products and prides herself in supporting local vendors.
I get to interact and choose who I'm working with and why. So you're awesome, you're making a cool product, let's do something. I try to source a variety of boards. This is our progressive quad fish. So this is a narrower high performance board, and a fish has a fuller outline. It's usually a little thicker, and you just got the swallowed tail. Aloha glassing glasses our brand surfboards, and they also glass this one. The A6 World Series of Volleyball that comes to town every year, I do their boards for their trophies. So it's a 4+1, you can run it 4 fins or single fin. The fin setup changes how a board rides dramatically. So basically this board has a quad, we call that quad 4 fins, or if I took those fins out and just put one longer fin in the middle, it'll be like a whole new board. So even though board prices continue to go up, so does innovation, and with that, you don't have to buy cheap boards. So we got new and used. This is another one of my new ones with my shop brand of new ones. So this is a classic, it's an old school log, glassed in fin. You got a 3/4 inch. This is solid redwood stringer.
She also has awesome 4th Friday events. Next, Dharma Shakti shared with us how she started yoga on the Bluff.
Our mission here at Yogalution Movement is basically to make yoga accessible to everybody. So the Bluff is an interesting story. At the time I was a new mom, and I was teaching at many different yoga studios between Seal Beach and Long Beach. And I had a lot of friends who wanted to take yoga but couldn't afford to come into the studios regularly. And so I had a bunch of friends that I was talking to about just offering free classes to them once a week. And a friend had recommended that location over there, right on the corner of Ocean and Jim. So we just put the word out with our friends and put some flyers up and let people know. And it started off with maybe 2 or 3 people. Sometimes nobody would show up, I'd be the only one there. And then it slowly got more consistent and steady. Here we are 10 years later, and it's crazy how big it is. At this point, people estimate anywhere from 200 to 300, 350 people may be out there at any time on Saturday and Sunday. Some of the classes during the weekdays are fairly large as well. My yoga training has been really, it's been very traditional, but it's also been pretty eclectic, and I have some other aspects to myself that I incorporate. So I'm also an Ayurvedic practitioner, which is a sister science to yoga. So I'm bringing in more of the healing aspect of yoga and not just the exercise aspect of yoga. For me, it's a holistic practice. So we have our beautiful donation-based studio here called Yogalution Movement and Ayurveda. And all of our classes are offered by donation. We have classes 7 days a week. You can find us at yogalutionmovement.com and get a bunch of our info on there.
Last, we feature Mimi Masher and her Bayshore Rink party.
A fun way for LBC to get fit.
My name is Mimi Masher, and I've been working with girls in roller sports since 2006. I was playing roller derby with Long Beach Roller Derby in 2011, and I got hurt. In order to stay relevant with the league, I started helping out with the juniors, and eventually we added a roller rink night. It used to be on Mondays. I've been doing that for about 3 years. You can find us online, BayshoreRinkParty.com. It is from 6 to 8 p.m. every Thursday. Every third Thursday we have a theme night. We're open to all ages. I love when the little kids come. It is $5 to get in. I really just like to be there for the kids. I like to impact their lives for the better. That's where I have the most effect. I can change their mindset. I can change the way they think or the way they see themselves. We basically show up every Thursday, turn up the music, and we skate, we play games, just like a good old-fashioned indoor rink. It is situated right on the beach, and it's super amazing. The weather's fantastic. You can hear the ocean, you can smell the salt in the air. And one of my favorite things is your kids can go play outside and be safe.